Hey, today we are going to talk about the Euphrates River and the four angels bound in the Great River. Okay, we're going to start off with Did you know the Euphrates River in both the first and last books of the Bible? It's in both the first and last books of the Bible, Genesis and Revelation. This river is cited over 50 times throughout the Bible. In Genesis chapter 2, the Euphrates River is described as one of the four rivers that flowed out of the Garden of Eden. You can read that. It's in Genesis chapter 2, verse 14. And in Revelation chapter 16, verse 12, it says, And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. The Bible doesn't say who the kings of the east are, and Bible scholars and theologians have different ideas about who they are. One popular interpretation is that the kings of the east are a reference to the rise of China and other Asian nations as powerful and economic entities. John predicts that in Revelation chapter 9, 16 through 18, chapter 9, verses 16 through 18, that these kings of the east will boast a standing army of 200 million. This is a bold prophecy, especially when you consider that at the time he was writing, there weren't 200 million people on the planet. However, as you read this today, China has an army of more than 200 million, just as the Bible predicted. Recent reports and articles have reported that the Euphrates River is indeed drying up. The drying up of the Euphrates River is a clear fulfillment of the Bible prophecy and a sign that we must be ready for Jesus' return, as stated in Matthew chapter 24, verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. He is coming in a day and an hour only God knows. The Bible predicts in the last days the Euphrates River will dry up. The river itself is a massive land barrier that would hinder an army from advancing east to west at more than 1,800 miles long and an average of 300 yards wide. The Euphrates River has been a substantial source of life in the region. Now I bet you're wondering about the four angels bound in the great river. In Revelation chapter 9, the voice tells the angel with the trumpet to release the four angels who have been bound in the river Euphrates. Revelation chapter 9, verses 13 through 14. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Verse 15 says, And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. These four angels rise from the river, ready to fulfill their mission of killing a third of the people on earth. The Bible does not clearly state why these angels were bound under the Euphrates River, but you have to figure out it was something really bad. Now, the region of the Euphrates where these four angels are bound has a notorious relationship to human sin. It was there that Satan began his work on Adam and Eve. The four angels bound at the Euphrates River is horrifying. 200 million mounted troops sent out to kill a third of mankind is scary to think about. Since most, if not all, the numbers in Revelation are literal, this number should definitely be taken literal. When I read of these things like angels being bound until the exact hour that God has ordained that they be released, I am reminded of God's sovereign power. Everything unfolds when He says it unfolds, and in the way He has ordained that it unfolds. I'm also reminded that there are fascinating things going on behind the scenes of God's divine plan. There are so many things behind the scenes that we cannot see, but God has revealed to us through scriptures. I want to add, Christians have nothing to be smug about. We're not righteous people trying to correct the unrighteous. Just one beggar telling another beggar where to find bread. My purpose is to please God, not people. God alone examines the motives of my heart. Now, with that being said, I will not debate or argue over God's word. To me, this Bible is a living thing, and every word in it, and I take every word in it very literal and very serious. God gives us free will. You are entitled to your opinions and beliefs as I am mine. You may not like what I talk about and post about, but trust me when I tell you I study and pray before I post these videos. Because I do not want to do anything that would upset or be out of the will of God. I don't understand everything in the Bible. God opens it up to me when He is ready for me to understand it in His time. Now, through my studying today, I found out some more information that we're going to go over on our next lesson next week. It's going to be talking about the Nephilim, I guess I'm saying that right. And, some more on these angels which are bound under the Euphrates River. But that is it for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. And like I said, I won't argue it. You won't get me to believe your opinion as much as I'm not going to get you to believe mine. But I do study this out. I do pray about it. And God gives me the go-ahead if He wants me to talk about it. But that is it for today. I will see y'all next week. I want to thank those who have watched and have enjoyed watching, and the new subscribers for subscribing. I want to thank the ones who did comment and were nice and respectful about it. But that is it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next week, and bye until then.